Today we're talking about the birds and the bees, minus the birds, so just bees. All right, Beedrill EX, it is here, it is now. The deck list that I'm using is coming from my cousin. I was trying to figure out a deck list that would formulate well and work in comp, but the deck list that I came up with was using the Sprigatito line, and even though like Florigato and Meowscarada, I almost forgot the name of the Pokemon, even though they put a lot of work in the later rounds, it's not really beneficial. It really isn't that beneficial, and Vespiquen does heavy damage output in brief instances where it's needed. So this deck list was better. I'm gonna use your online name just in case you don't want your legal name put out there, but thank you, Glitch Doctor, for the deck list. Appreciate it. I don't know if you're gonna get back into content, but if you do, hell yeah. Let's go ahead and break down the deck list real quick, though. We have 2 Weedle, 2 Kakuna, 1 Vespiquen, 2 Beedrill EX, 1 is shiny because I'm like that, 1 Combi, and then 1 Shaman for the heals. We've got 1 X-Speed, 2 Pokeballs, 1 Pokemon Communication, 1 Giant Cape, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Erica, 1 Sabrina, and 1 Team Rocket Grunt. Let's go ahead and get into some games. All right, game number 1. Let's see how it goes. We're still in Great Ball Rank 1. I actually haven't been playing too much recently. Unfortunately, the only time that I really have to play the game is on the weekends outside of the recording sessions that I do. So hopefully this upcoming weekend, I'll have a little bit of time to do some actual true grinding and climb the ranks, because I would love to hit the Master Ball tier, even though the rewards are ass. I'll just straight up say it. I don't, if you're a fanboy and you like the reward system, that's good for you. I'm here to say it's horrible. Also, I guess a plus of using the wheel deck is it kind of counters the Darkrai meta that we're seeing right now. I mean, it doesn't like full on counter the Giratina that goes along with it, but we do have super effective damage against Darkrai, so that's really good. Our opening hand also is not that great. We do have the Pokemon Communicator, so I can get rid of our Vespiquen. Never mind. They're just gonna shuffle our hand. They're just gonna shuffle our hand. We have a Kakuna. We have a Pokeball. We have a Kakuna. Nothing fantastic. That's a red card. I haven't seen a red card get used, and I couldn't even tell you how long. So I guess best case scenario here. Oh man. Oh well, we are gonna have a pretty good advantage here, actually, given that it's the thing that sucks about this, though, is the fact that Sneasel only requires 1 energy to attack, so our Beedrill won't really matter. Because Beedrill's whole thing is get rid of an energy. And if Sneasel only needs 1, then it only needs 1, if that makes any sense. We're going to go ahead and drop this Shaman on the board. We're going to attach an energy to Weedle, and then we're going to hit that Multiply, get our second Weedle out. At least we'll be able to ramp up. We'll be able to get 2 Kakunas on this next turn since we have both in hand. Anyways, premise of the deck, build up the Beedrill as fast as you can, get rid of energies as often as you can. You have the Team Rocket Grunt to help subdue them as well. And then when you need to, get in and just do the damn thing with 1 Vespiquen hit if you need to. It deals 120 damage. It's really, really good. The unfortunate thing for us right now is that we do not have anything to evolve our Vespiquen from. We need our Combi. And all we have is an X speed, so not that great all around. I will not lie. What I am going to do, though, is I am going to retreat here. We're going to go ahead and pull this Weedle back. We're going to switch into this Weedle. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to evolve both of them, but I want to give them both the opportunity to take minimal damage from this Weavile. We don't want anything dying too soon, so if I can evolve these, get a little bit of heals off with the Shaman, hopefully not have to deal with a Cyrus on their behalf, that would be fantastic. I'm going to go for String Shot here and try to paralyze them, do a little bit of damage as well, especially even more because they're just weak to it. Can we get a heads? We don't get a heads, so that's really unfortunate. We're going to be eating 30 damage from this Weavile this turn, if not even more if they switch out my Kakuna with a Cyrus. They're going to play a second Darkrai. Oh, actually, never mind. They're just going to hit Darkrai with an energy, deal 20 damage, and kill my Kakuna, so that's great. What I need to happen is I need to draw into Beedrill. I just need it. I need to draw into Beedrill right now, or we're screwed. That's the only way that we get out of here. And actually, probably doesn't even seal the deal for us anymore because they're just going to be able to... So, let's see. So we're down to 60. We are just going to die here. We can go into Kakuna and we can try to paralyze it again if we don't get the Beedrill this turn. Unfortunately, we're just not set up for anything good at the moment. I guess the only thing that Beedrill does have going for it with this deck is it does slow down the damage ramp with Darkrai because they're forced to use the energy. They're forced to use the energy on the Weavile to attack. So they can't just completely ramp into it. And I almost feel like I need to Erica here. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't Erica. The only thing that saves us, and the reason why I think I need to save the Erica for later, is if we do land the paralysis. That is the only thing that genuinely saves us here. We're still going to be able to take 20 damage from the Darkrai, so it'll be brought down to 40. So Erica can be used on the next turn, so that's fine. The only way that we like genuinely live here, though, is if we land the paralysis. That's the only way. So let's go ahead and hit this string shot. Hope that we can land the paralysis, and if not, we unfortunately just lose this one. This deck, oh damn, we really just are missing all of our coin flips right now. This deck unfortunately isn't tremendous in meta, and this video by no means is to showcase like use this to climb the ranks. This is a fun deck to use. It does kind of suck that our first game is just going to be a complete L. Because there's absolutely no comeback from this. We could honestly just like retreat and just like concede, and it would be just GG's. Like there's nothing that we can do. Like, there's absolutely nothing that we can do from this point out. The only thing you could like put salt into the wound is if we drew Beedrill right now, specifically my shiny one. If we drew my shiny Beedrill right now, I just concede. Okay. Well, we do have the Professor's Research, so maybe we do get the Beedrill after all. There's a giant cape, and there's the shiny Beedrill. So you know what, chat? We're going to concede. We're going to concede to the victors. We're going to move on to the next game. And, you know, that's it. All right, game number 2. Let's see what happens. We are going to go first, which is not optimal. You guys know me by now. We do lead with both Beedrill in hand and a Professor's Research, so that is good. There is potential there. I also just want to say, of course, I would call drawing the Beedrill on the last turn after both Kakunas had died. So we're just gonna leave that there. I am gonna attach this giant cape to the Weedle though, and we're gonna go ahead and drop this Professor's Research, see if we can't draw into Kakuna. If we can draw into Kakuna right now, we do draw into Kakuna. Okay, and we have a Team Rocket Grunt. Okay, this is good. This is a good hand. This is good. You know, little claps all around. If we can throw this Team Rocket Grunt out in a turn or two, and actually have something happen instead of just landing on tails like we have all day so far, this could actually prove to be a good thing for us. We're going to be throwing the Team Rocket Grunt the turn that we play the Beedrill, so that we have 2 opportunities to remove energies. Of course, if we drop the Team Rocket's Grunt and we get rid of multiple, then the Beedrill won't be as beneficial, but it'll still do its damn thing. Team Rocket Grunt is a good counter to Misty. Of course, if you land the coin flips, there's obviously always chances that you don't, but that's neither here nor there. We do have... Oh, do I go straight into the Kakuna Evo, or do I search for a second Weedle? I feel like I just have to go straight into the Evo, don't I? I feel like I have to, unfortunately. So we're just going to go ahead and go straight into the Evo. Now, do I drop the Team Rocket's Grunt here and try to stop them from attacking next turn? Or do I eat the 40? I'm going to go ahead and Team Rocket's Grunt now, just in case they have a Misty on the next turn. It doesn't matter anyway because we got absolutely nothing off of that, so that's perfect. I'm going to go for the string shot here and hopefully get this coin flip in my favor. There we go. Okay, there's at least one coin flip. We're going to go ahead and paralyze the Articuno. We're going to take 20 damage, but that's fine. Unfortunately, they are going to be able to get to the point where they use Ice Wing, and that does 40 damage, so not so good for us, but at the same time, could be worse. I'm not really going to complain. We are going to be able to just get in with this Beedrill and take care of Articuno not being able to fully set up. It does suck that we just have absolutely no bench though, so that really blows. I'm trying to think what the best thing for us to do here would be. I feel like it's just keep the current Articuno out. I think it's keeping the current Articuno out. I was going to say I can switch it with Sabrina, but maybe it's not going to be that beneficial. I'm trying to think here. So they're going to be able to do 40 damage on the next turn. I'll save the Erica to be able to heal up then. So I'll drop this Professor's Research. Maybe we can get a basic to put on the bench, like Shaman. We have a Pokecom. I can use that to get rid of the Beedrill. Let's go ahead and draw this Pokeball first, though. Depending on what we draw, maybe I'll keep the Beedrill. We do get the Weedle, so maybe I should keep the Beedrill. I think I am. I think I am going to keep the Beedrill for now. Let's just go ahead and go for Crushing Spear. We'll get rid of one of the energies on this Articuno. Bring them all the way down to 40 HP. We're going to take ourselves down to 50. Unfortunately, we will be eating 40 damage on this next turn from an Ice Wing, but we can bring that back with Erica, so it's not that big of a deal. They can't retreat either, which is a good thing. And even if they did, I could just Sabrina them back out. Oh, they're going to go for their own Team Rocket Grunt, and they're going to land one. Can that be the only one? Okay, good. It's the only one. That's the only thing that I need right now. Go ahead and put an energy on your Articuno there. Oh, did they put it on the bench? I think they put it on their bench, Mon. This is a perfect opportunity, though, for me to just switch their other Articuno in and start stalling them out that way. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop the Sabrina, have them switch in their other Articuno EX so that I get rid of their energy, and that one's locked in play and they can't do anything with it. Plus, I'd rather just not take the damage from the other Articuno, if I'm being honest. Other Articuno with the Rocky Helmet, that's just annoying to me. So that's just not very fun. I'm going to go ahead and go for Crushing Spear here, deal 80 damage to this Articuno. It'll switch over to their turn on the next one. And then we should just be able to clean this up real quick. The only thing that could stop me at this point is if they have a Misty and they land like 4 coin flips. If they land 4 heads, honestly, that also isn't that big of a deal, because if they land 4 coin flips, I'll just kill them on the next turn anyway. They are going to Irida though, so that does kind of blow. It doesn't heal their active Articuno though, so that is perfect. They definitely should have put down that energy first. If they wanted hope of stalling me out, that probably would have been the better play. No, I'm going to go ahead and drop this Combi. We're going to go ahead and Erica as well, just to bring back as much as we can. Just so that when that next one comes in, we don't take a hefty amount of damage to the point where it's going to like get really close to knocking us out. I'm going to drop this on the Weedle. I'm going to go for the Beedrill EX. Crushing Spear, 80 damage. It'll kill the Articuno. Bring out the other one. And then this next turn, unless they have a potion, we should just be able to clean up and just be over and done with. The thing that does suck, though, is that... The thing that does suck here is that if they manage to heal and they can live, they'll be able to go for Blizzard on the next turn and get us really close to dying with our Beedrill here. If they have a Giovanni, that makes it even worse. It should be a 3-turn knockout, though, so we should be okay. I'm just trying to think of like what could possibly go wrong here. They're going to go 80. We'll be down to 110. They'll go for 80 again. If they get Giovanni or Red, that'll be 100. So we'll be left on 10 HP or 20 HP. There should be nothing they can... Oh, except for they have the Rocky Helmet. And they're fully healing. I need to set up my board. That's what I need right now. So depending on what we draw here... Okay, so we do get Kakuna. That's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and drop the Kakuna here, and I'm going to put an energy on it. That's going to be fully set up for next turn. So even if they do knock me out with the Rocky Helmet, I'll be okay. That's the only thing that I was concerned with, was like maybe I'll have to use the Pokemon Communicator to switch out my Beedrill for a Kakuna just so I can like get that Pokemon going, and maybe I'll have to stall him out with Paralysis or something, just if anything happens. We are going to live one more though. And we are going to be able to knock out the Articuno if they don't have any more heals. I feel like they don't. They've already used 2 Iridas. Okay, cool. Well, they are going to be able to knock out our Beedrill here, so they are going to get some points off of us. That's not horrible, though. We are totally A-okay in this situation. We're just going to bring the Kakuna out, and we're going to go for the one final little slap in the face with our Beedrill. And call it a day here. This was an interesting match, though. No Misties, no nothing. Just 2 Articunos and a bunch of heals and a red. Kind of an interesting play on their part, but, you know, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. We just came off of a loss, so this is nice for us. Little nice showcase of the deck, I suppose. Like I said, it's just a fun deck to use. I really like the idea of running Beedrill EX. It seems like a really, really good gimmicky deck. That was like what I was most excited for when the set released. I'm just rambling. Let's get into a third game so I can continue the rambling, but with gameplay behind me. So, all right, game number 3. Let's see what goes down here. We are going to go second. Okay. All right. You love to see it. Not that great of a hand, though. We do have some draw power with Pokeballs and Professor's Research, so that should be okay, but overall, this is just not a good start. You never want to start with Shaman. You never want to start with Shaman. If anything, it's either a waste of an energy to retreat it out, or you're wasting your X speed super early. We're also going up against Charizard, so I'm gonna just assume we're taking an L on this game. We're gonna play it out, see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky enough. I mean, if they don't have any ramp, we can slow them down with Beedrill if we get in fast enough. But I'm very excited to see what happens this game. Hopefully you guys are as well. I'm very excited to get to what I'm getting to after I finish recording this video. For those of you that don't know, I play this little game called Illustrals. Illustrals is a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and they're having a digital client that's going to be released relatively soon. It's already in alpha and beta, like all that kind of stuff. I have access to that as well. I just haven't been playing it too much because it doesn't have like the full library of cards in it. Anyway, we're going to break it down for a second just because I feel like talking about it. I'm going to go for Professor's Research here while I'm just just talking. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. My brain isn't working, but you know what? We're here. We're going to drop the second Weedle, and then we're going to drop an energy onto the Weedle as well, and we'll just pass. Next turn, we'll probably go for the Team Rocket's Grunt to get rid of an energy just early on, and then maybe switch out the Shaman. Maybe I drop an energy on Shaman to retreat it out if I draw a Kakuna. If I draw a Kakuna, I feel like that's a good play, because then I can paralyze the Charmander and slow them down even more. Combustion is going to do 40 damage, though, unfortunately, which is kind of dangerous, so please draw a Kakuna. We're going to draw Sabrina, which is not any better, if I'm being completely honest. We can use Sabrina, though, to try to just slow down the ramp of energy on specific Charmanders. So maybe we want to use that. Do I want to use Erica this early? Part of me feels like it's not that important for Shaman to live. The only thing that would feel important for Shaman to live is like just to not lose a point right now. And if I'm being honest, I think I want to stick with my original Team Rocket Grunt play and try to get rid of this energy to slow them down. We don't get it, unfortunately, which is so frustrating. Okay, healing doesn't matter because it's just going to die. We're just going to pass turn. Okay, anyways, back to what I was saying before. Illustrals. If you don't know what that is, feel free to check it out. I have a second channel where we go over TCG stuff called Mulligrim, so I'll pin that, or I'll put that in the top right in the card of this video or whatever. You guys can go check that out. The reason I'm mentioning this today is because I had a huge package come in today for their digital client. My Kickstarter rewards finally came in, so I've got a handful of Clash packs that I'm going to open, as well as 3 booster boxes of their set Daybreak. So I'm going to have either one massive video go up on the channel for that opening, or I'm going to do a what's it called, just like a breakdown, do like 3 separate videos, 1 for each box. It really just depends on how long it takes me to tear through all of them. This video is not going our way, or not this video, this match. We're having horrible luck right now in drawing what we need. I unfortunately think we are just also going to have to retreat off of our Weedle, right? No, I feel like technically speaking, I'm going to go ahead and Sabrina here, and I'm just going to hope that they don't go into the Shaman. Because if they go into the Shaman and it retreats out the next turn and they can still kill me, then... Okay, well, all right. Well, I mean, at least we're going to waste an energy doing that. We're just going to pass turn then, because there's no point in us using Multiply, because I already have both Weedles. Anyway, long story short, if you guys feel like learning about a new TCG, feel free to go check out the link in the description or in the card of the video or wherever I'm posting it. The channel's Mulligrims. It's really cool. I'm trying to get it off the ground, where there's only 1 video up there right now. This will be the second one, but I like diving into TCGs, so we'll just have all like the little fun secondary side stuff over there. I might stream Illustrals Clash at some point, and by I mean I probably will once it's fully released, at least 1 day a week. I'm really enjoying the game, and I can't wait to crack open these packs. Let's get back into the game that's at hand here, which is this Charizard, which is really annoying. I need to draw into a Kakuna right now. I don't care how I get it. I need to draw into a Kakuna raw, with a research, with an anything but what just happened. There's no point in us staying here anymore. I'm just going to retreat, and we're going to get on to the 4th game, because today is not really going too well, if I'm saying, all right, game number 4. Hopefully we can net positive in this video. That's really just what I'm hoping for. Obviously, nothing can be win after win after win after win. As long as the deck can try to remain net positive, we're going in the right direction. Good thing for us this match is that Weedle slash Beedrill is actually a good opponent for Gallade. And the reason I say that is because it doesn't counter Gallade. Obviously, Gallade is super easy to set up. There's no counter to it. It's just he has 2 energies and that's that. But Beedrill, especially with a cape, has a ton of HP. It does not use a lot of energies, and it does enough damage to kill it within like 3 hits, I think. So as long as you can get in early enough with 1 Team Rocket Grunt and actually have it work, it's actually a pretty good opponent to be going against right now. Anyway, long story short, the only thing that I'm focusing on at this very moment in time is making sure that I at least end positive. That's the only thing that I need to happen right now, if I'm being honest. We lost the first game, we won the second one, we lost the third one, and technically speaking, we broke even because of the way that the ranking system works. You lose 5 when you lose and you gain 10 when you win, which is kind of skewed. It's weird, but I understand why. I don't think Pokemon takes its competitive slash ranked modes very seriously in like TCGs, and I would go even far as to say Unite. I feel like Unite's ranking system is somewhat easy to climb. I'm not going to say it's an easy game to play. Don't roast me in the chat. I'm not going to say it's easy to play. I'm just saying the way they do their ranking system, it's easy to climb sometimes. And I'll leave it at that. This is not good for us though. We do have a Curly already, and we do not have anything that we need to be able to deal with it. So I'm not happy about this. I think what I am going to do on this next turn though is use Sabrina to switch out the Hitmonlee, and maybe I can paralyze it with the Kakuna, and we can hopefully stall a little bit. Anyways, I just hope we can come through and win this game and end net positive. That's really the only concern that I have right now. I'm going to go ahead and drop this Kakuna like I said. We're going to go ahead and heal up with the Shaman as well. And then part of me wants to just use Professor's Research and see if we can draw into the Beedrill. But the other part of me wants to drop the Sabrina like I said I was going to, switch out the Hitmonlee and see if I can paralyze him to stall him out a little bit. I'm going to drop this energy as well, set him up for next turn, go for that string shot, paralyze him. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, question mark? No, we're not going to paralyze him. Crazy. If I could land 1, actually I can't even say that because we did land 1 head today in the coin flips. If I could land another one, that'd be fantastic. They are going to evolve the Curly into Gallade. Really unfortunate for us. They're fully set up now, and they're just going to be able to come in with their, oh my god. All right, well that's GG's. We're going to end up net negative after this game. This is no bueno for us. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to have to stall, unfortunately. It's like 110 to the face. I think I'm going to go into the Combi here just so that I can do Call for the Family and hope that we can draw into something that we need. Except for I don't even think I'll be able to go for Call for the Family. I really don't. I don't have any more basics that I can go for. I need to set up the Weedle. Because if I do, actually, you know what? Here, we'll do this. We'll go for Professor's Research. If I draw one of them. Okay. This is really bad. I'm going to go for Call for Family. See if I can't get... Please, I need Kakuna. I don't need Beedrill. Does Call for Family... Oh my god, Call for Family only pulls basic? Wait, I thought... Wait, no. Doesn't... Is this different than the Caterpie Call for Family? Am I tripping? Doesn't the Caterpie version call for it just searches any grass type? That doesn't make me very happy, I won't lie. I'm gonna go into the Weedle. There's still a chance, a very, very, very small chance, but a chance nevertheless. If I draw Kakuna right here, which I don't, so that's fantastic. The only way that we win, and at this point I don't really think that we do, but the only way that we win here is if I land a double head, which we got 0, so that's fantastic. Okay. All right. You know what? Today's been full of conceding. I think we're just gonna end it there. I don't even think I'm gonna give him the satisfaction of winning. I'm gonna take my net loss and we're gonna end the video here. I really want Weedle to be good. I really want Beedrill to be good. Someone please give me a deck list. Someone please. I would love to be able to use Beedrill. No. No. All right. Take your win, bud. I'm out. We're 1 for 4. We're 1 for 4. So unfortunate. All right, that unfortunately is the deck. I am convinced that Beedrill is just not that good. The deck list was working for me for a little bit. It's very iffy, I suppose. It's very hit or miss, quite literally. And I think the big factor of it, and I will die on this hill, it's that 90% of decks that have stage 2 Pokemon have 2 stages of evolution. It takes way too long to fully set them up. Sure, Kakuna and Beedrill only use 2 energy, and there's a little bit of like a pacing mechanic you have with it where like you can paralyze them so that your opponent can't attack for 1 turn, and then you go in with Beedrill and you can remove an energy from them and it slows them down. But you still have to draw into those cards. You still have to get rid of cards from your hand to draw into those cards if you use things like Pokemon communication. You still have to get to the card in order to use it. And whenever I use decks like this, it could be anything. It could be Venusaur, it could be Charizard, it could be Blastoise. 90% of the time, you have all other setup that you need, and you just can't get the card. And I will die on the hill of 2-stage Pokemon evolutions are just not going to be meta relevant completely in this game. As long as the Pokemon evolves once and it's set up, it's fine. If you have that second Evo that you have to go through in order to get there, 9 times out of 10, you're just out of luck. I mean, Gallade is a good example of what can work, but the only reason Gallade works as well as it does is because it counters 90% of the other cards that are played. Gallade is only good because other cards use energies. That's it. If Gallade just like got in there and hit for like it's an EX that hits for 90 if the opponent only has 1 energy. It's unfortunate, but for me, I just don't see Beedrill being good. If future sets come out, if they have like an insane ramper that happens, then sure. Another one that I was thinking might be a possibility is running like a Lilligant build where you use Lilligant to put energies on your bench to bring Beedrill out. But even then, that's only 50 damage output. It's super slow. And the chances are you're not going to be able to outpace your opponents if you play that way. So go ahead and leave other deck submissions in the comments if you have any ideas on how to build Beedrill more effectively. But unfortunately, until I'm proven wrong, I'm just let down by Beedrill, and it really sucks because I wanted this thing to be good. When the set came out and I saw this and Team Rocket, I was like, damn, that could be a really good combination to slow down your opponent. It's just, it takes too long to set up, and I'm sorry to be the one to say that. And maybe I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Like if you do, sub if you're new, but I'm out. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.